You know how the gaming industry has been releasing basic gaming content that should be put in the regular version of the game through DLC or through whole new games. Cough, Magica, cough. Well, Golden Cloud Studio seems to hate it just as much as the rest of us, as they have shown through their new satire indie game, DLC Quest, which satires the entire gaming industry as it is now. Throughout the game, you collect boxes which contain DLC, and you unlock DLC through different objectives and reaching different areas, and you buy them all with, you guessed it, Microsoft points. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. You buy it with in-game tokens you find throughout the game. Though, as difficult as they are to find, they might as well be Microsoft points. I mean, the places that they are very difficult to get in larger quantities to be able to buy the basic pieces to it that you need to get through the game. And now that's a good bit of the game will be spent gathering these coins. At least 2/3 of your entire experience will be spent gathering the coins to be able to move on throughout the game. So that's not exactly a great design. And now, as far as the satiring goes, it does not stop at the DLC. Through their 2 campaigns, they make fun of MMORPGs, Momorpagas, and Mario games, strangely enough. They even, poke fun at Call of Duty, Black Ops specifically, by including a zombie DLC. I'm not even joking. Now, there are 2 campaigns in DLC Quest. DLC Quest, the main campaign, in which Party A kidnaps Party B, and Party C has to rescue Party B, or as I like to call it, the Mario formula. It's obvious a satire towards the entire Mario industry, and at one point one of the characters even says, "This is the 13th time this princess has been captured, why are we even trying?" And so, obviously, poking fun at Mario, which we all do. I don't blame you guys. It's quite easy. Now this specific campaign, committed a mortal sin of gaming. It had alternate endings based on the decisions we made through the gameplay. No. See Dishonored. Now, alternate endings are okay. I'm not saying it's bad gaming industry. I'm not saying that. Because games with alternate endings like Knights of the Old Republic, that did right, where it had one choice you made at the end of the game rather than the choices you made throughout the game. Now, it's more forgivable with shorter games like Dishonored, but still not okay. I mean, DLC Quest is only 20 minutes. You know, mind you, you spend a good hour looking for the coins you need to buy the DLC to get through the game. But when you finish it, they put you right before you went in to fight the last boss, or Melmar the Wizard. And so you could just go back and buy the last DLC that you needed, which is the moral choice you make. It's whether or not you buy that DLC, which is Armor for Your Horse, and it's a 250 coin DLC. For those of you who don't know, that's a lot. Because that as far spread as all the DLC is, it's as much as there's a lot of coins in the game, a lot of them, and they're so far spread out, and some of the coins that you have to get are in puzzles that are impossible to figure out unless you just so happen to run into the right wall that you didn't even realize it, because the walls that you can go through look exactly like the walls that are impossible to go through. Now, DLC Quest, I'm not saying it's a bad game. Just saying that is a core mechanic. The second campaign is Live or Die Freemium. This specific campaign is a satire of MMORPGs, MMORPGs. And I have played plenty of them. And it's pretty accurate. It has the random fetch quest that has nothing to do with anything, and the guy who sends it, you want it, has no idea what he's doing it for. And of course, what you're looking for is a DLC that you didn't have to buy with coins, and it's expensive, and there's even less coins, and it's even more far spread in Live or Die Freemium. No! Now, I stopped halfway through that campaign. You want to know why? It's because it made another mortal sin of gaming. It had you buy another DLC to finish it. And you know, it was just as expensive as the armor for my horse DLC in the first one. And the fact that there are even less coins, it's even more far spread, is unacceptable. You could say the entire game was satire. All the issues that I pointed out was satire. It was all meant to be funny. But any game designer that removes gameplay, makes it unbearable to play, padding it with pointless things, deserves to be taken out of the industry and to the back of a shed. Listen, there's satire and then there's being a dick. This game is being a dick. And it's being even more than a dick. It's waving the dick in our faces, saying, here, you like this? It's supposed to be funny. It's not funny. Now, as an actual game, I give DLC Quest a 4 out of 10. It's below average. Because I wasn't expecting much out of an indie game. But even this little, even as a satire, it wasn't good. It was not exactly what we wanted in a satire game, because it's just tedious. Now, as a satire game, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's slightly above average. It's a good game as a satire, and if you're one of those people who likes that sort of thing, or you're a member of the alternative crowd, then buy it, because you like it, and only you. This game just isn't acceptable for someone like me. If you like gameplay that's rewarding, you feel like you accomplished something, then don't buy this game, because even as a satire, it's a terrible game. Very little gameplay, no gratification, and the only drive in this game is the coin collecting. You'll probably total out at 2 or 3 hours. I total out at 1 hour and 40 minutes, and at least an hour of that was just coin collecting. That's not acceptable. I can't strain that enough.